Hi friends, it's Colleen. Today I'm going to be trying some beauty hacks that have been floating around TikTok for quite a few months now. I do not have much of a beauty routine anymore, so I'm pretty excited to just try a few new things. Who knows, maybe some of this might kickstart a little bit of more consistent beautying in my life. Or we'll just have some fun today. A lot of these have gone viral, so you might have seen some of these, but here is what we're going to be doing today. There is a super viral base makeup routine that was going around maybe a few months ago, and it was very intriguing to me. Interspersed through that makeup routine, there are a few other hacks I wanted to try. For example, there are a couple of filters that people have been using that show you where you should be placing your eyebrows and your contour. So I want to give those a shot today and see, because people have been surprised by how accurate they are. Then I have a few eye makeup focused hacks, so I will be doing all of those when I get to my eye makeup in this routine. And then at the very end, there is a quick hair tutorial I want to try for short hair. Now my hair's been growing out a little bit, but I would still call it fairly short. So that will be at the end. Okay, bringing you all a little bit closer so we can get started. So I've just watched all the TikToks again that I'm going to be doing, and I've written out the steps on my computer so that I can remember everything and not have to like rewind the TikTok over and over. For this base makeup routine, she starts with moisturizer and rose hip oil. I already moisturized. I don't usually use face oils. It makes my skin break out, so I skipped that part. And now I'm going to get my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. That was probably too much, but she used like a lot. Is that all she put it on? Okay, she doesn't show blending it, so we're just gonna hope I didn't just put way too much on my face. I'm really curious about this base makeup routine because I have rosacea and like quite a bit of texture right now, so hopefully it looks as good as hers does. Okay, so this is where it gets weird. She puts a cream highlighter on right over her primer. So I don't have a cream highlighter, but I do have a liquid highlighter, so hopefully that's close enough. We'll start with this. Oh, this looks insane. Okay, so this feels crazy, but also I can really feel the primer like gripping to the makeup. I've used this primer like one other time and I don't think I used enough. So now I know I should just like slather a lot more on, like a lotion basically. Okay, here I am highlighted. All right, at this point she does her brows and her eyes, so I am going to switch gears and we are going to try the eyebrow filter to see where I should be drawing out my eyebrows. I have a couple brow pencils. I'm gonna take the lighter shade, and with the filter, I'm just gonna sort of like mark out where it should be, and then I will fill everything in. All right, so here is the graph. It is showing my eyebrows needing to start way closer to my nose than I usually do. There. Right there. Okay, those lines look really like a lot. And then the arch is up there. It wants the end all the way up here. Like, I don't think I can do that. I might have to just have them angled down because I can't lift the tail of my eyebrow up. This is gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna go for it. That is like almost an inch of space. Like, this is gonna look very strange, but maybe it will look better than normal. Okay, I kind of see the vibe here, but like this eyebrow, because it starts closer in, I had to draw a lot more, and like the initial shape is not right because my natural eyebrow doesn't start like moving up from that starting point until all the way like mid eyeball. So I think if I like thinned this out, if that makes sense, like if this were a straighter line, I could maybe see it. Or maybe if I were like an actual like eyebrow professional, this wouldn't look so strange. I certainly could have done worse, but this is maybe not fantastic. It's fine, we're committed, we're keeping it. So now for eyes, I am doing a tutorial that is like using a lip liner as a base for your eyeshadow to give you a more like makeup-y but natural look. Of course, I swatched on like the worst spot to show on camera. So this jumbo eye pencil came out way pinker than I wanted, so that one's out. And then as for my lip liners, I feel like maybe this one looks the best. This is Ulta Automatic Lip Liner in Flesh. So this is gonna be slightly more brown, but I think it's closer to like my natural tones. So in her TikTok, she starts with a foundation over her lid. Because we haven't gotten to the foundation part of the base routine yet, I instead am just going to use a regular eyeshadow primer. Okay, so she just sort of scribbles this onto her lid and below her lower lash line. So we're just gonna go with that. All right, so now I'm supposed to sort of pick up product and blend it into the crease with a fluffy brush. So we're just gonna soften that out a little bit. Okay, so she sets this with bronzer or eyeshadow. And I have an eyeshadow that I think is perfect for this. So in this little Tartelette Flirt palette, there's this little rosy gold shade in the center. And I think that might be a good one to use here. And it says to stamp it on and then blend it up. Cute. All right, this is the eyeshadow look. Okay, so since we are still doing eye makeup, I wanted to try this tutorial for doing liner for hooded eyes. It's pretty straightforward. It's just instead of doing like a regular wing, you actually do the wing over this little fold that the hood creates. So she starts with a thin line across the lid. Okay, so the hard part about this is I'm so used to doing this to do my liner because of that fold. So I have to like turn off that instinct and face my mirror straight on and then just extend the liner over the fold. Ugh, and that of course is the problem I was worried about, is that my liner caught on the hood and then put a big dot there. So we'll fix that up. I might have to angle this one a little higher. Oh no, this is a disaster. All right, so straight on, you can see that it looks like a solid line. Oh yeah, okay, so when you close your eye, this is where you can like see that little divot. So it looks like I somehow managed to do this right. This is a pretty cool trick. I'm not sure how it works out in real life because if I lift my head like this, or if there are people taller than me looking down at me and I look down, like you can see that my liner like looks a little wonky with that weird shape. But straight on, it does work really well. And I think this kind of solves some of the problem that I've experienced when I've done winged liner, is that some of the wing feels like it gets lost because if I'm doing it with a flat lid and then I open my eye, like a lot of the wing sort of gets eaten up in that little crease. So this could be something I'll keep working on. Next, I'm going to be using a heated lash curler. So yes, I did buy this specifically for this video. So she says she turns it on before she curls her lashes so it has time to heat up. So we'll let that sit for a second. This tutorial really excites me because I have very similar lashes to the woman who made this video, where they have decent length, but they grow like straight forward instead of having any sort of natural lift. So maybe this will solve my problems. All right, so as she does this, she says she like curls this little wand. Oh, it's working. It's probably pretty hard to see on the camera, but it is working. Although I'm getting mascara all over this thing, so I'm not sure if maybe I should have waited longer. But that's pretty cool. The thing that's a little weird though is having this heat right by your eyeball. Like it feels like there's like a heater blowing into your eye. It's like very disorienting. All right, this is cool. Although I feel like I should have done this before the eyeliner because I feel like it's harder to see my lashes. But it does work. This thing does do what it says it's supposed to do. I'm just gonna throw on a little bit more mascara and hopefully that will sort of lock in the curl we got. My lashes look really nicely curled. I'm just gonna fix my eyeliner really quick because my lash curler messed up my eyeliner a little bit. Okay, back to the space makeup routine. Next, she color corrects her under eyes. I don't have a color corrector and I looked everywhere for one and I could not find anything. So I am just gonna not do that part and I will go straight to foundation. So she used one of those foundations that has drops and I happen to already have one. And then we will just sort of blend this out and hopefully this will start to cover the weird shininess that I have. So she puts her concealer on, oh, that's a big applicator. She puts it on her forehead and under her eyes, a little bit on the nose, and then some on her chin. All right, very quickly before this sets, I need to do the cheek contour filter. So the thing with this filter is that it places the contour really high on the face. And so that is what we will see the difference with. Because normally I put my contour maybe like down here, like right under my actual cheekbone, but this filter seems to place the makeup like at the cheekbone pretty much. So I wiped off some excess and then we're just gonna put that where the filter, oh my gosh, that's so high. Wow. Okay. We'll see how that works. And that's the only place that it dictates. Oh, so I have to work quickly. She also puts this on the edges of her forehead. Above and below the nose tip. Above Cupid's bow. And then along the jaw, which I can't really do. I have a very strange jawline, so that contour never works for me. I might put a tiny bit on the sides of the nose. We've got some blush. She likes to put some, like a little bit on her forehead. So we'll just put a tiny bit there. And then we want above the contour. And then she puts a tiny bit on, on the bridge of her nose. Whoops, I did not mean to put that on the tip of my nose. Okay, so let's hope this didn't all set on my face. We're gonna start with the darker stuff. Okay, so I'm not sure how I feel about this contour placement. I ended up sort of blending it down a little bit because everything was so high up that like there was no way to really blend the colors together properly. So I don't know. I don't think I love it that high up. I don't actually. Now I'm looking in the viewfinder. It does sort of cut in a little bit more sharply because it's higher up. I don't know. I'm torn. I think I need to add a little bit of concealer under it. I think that might help. Because I think I ended up accidentally blending it too far down. Overall, this is a lot more blending than I normally do. I usually keep my makeup like really simple, and this is a lot of work. Okay, I don't think the blush showed up very well, so I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more color. And hopefully that will maybe round this out a little bit. Add a little bit back to the nose because I lost some of that color. Okay, I think I might have salvaged this It still doesn't like look quite right to me for some reason. But this could be cute. I could work with this. We're gonna set with loose setting powder, and I think this is where she says this is when like some of the texture starts to go away. So I have a loose powder here. Okay, I'm gonna use this very fluffy but kind of like pointed narrow brush. I think that will help me like get the right places. So it seems like she uses quite a bit of setting powder. So let's start to see if my texture disappears. Wow, my eyebrows got lost in that blending. How did I not notice? Hold on. Pause. We need to fix these immediately. Okay. Did I fix it? Ish. This looks kind of fixed. All right. Oh my gosh. Stressful. Perfect. Okay, so now she uses powder, contour, and blush. I will go ahead and do my contour first. And I have to remember to do it higher up. And honestly, maybe at this point is when I should have worried about the nose. I think maybe just doing the powder or the cream contour on the nose was just like a little bit too much. So I guess if I try this again, I would probably just do like the outer contour with the cream. And then I can come in with this powder and sort of like fix the nose the way that I like to do it. We're at another step that felt weird to me. So she sprays a hydrating face mist. I have a illuminating setting spray, so this might be a mistake. We're gonna turn away from my computer. All right, that feels, oh yeah, that's wet. I was gonna say, feels like it's, I'm choking on it. I was gonna say it feels like it's wet, and it does look wet. While that was drying, I reviewed the TikTok and the steps I wrote out, and I think this is the part where the texture is supposed to go away. So now that this spray has kind of dried, now I'm supposed to dip my beauty blender into my loose powder, remove some excess, and then just pack it on. So I think that is what's gonna actually do the texture. And then I do my highlighter at the end. So we are almost there. So she does like a big glob of it, and then she wipes the excess off on her arm and then presses it into her face. Does this side look different than this side? Because I do think it does help the texture a bit. But do I look flawless? I feel like my beauty blender is like maybe a little too wet from all the other makeup at this point. That maybe this isn't working properly. Oh wow, on this side it really did remove a ton of texture. Like my cheeks do look pretty flawless, probably especially on camera, but in person too, it does look really good. Okay, hold on. Did this routine actually work? I can see in the mirror, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but like there is a bit of some like texture that's been emphasized by a lot of the shininess of the highlighter and then my setting spray. And then this should just sort of make it disappear. I wouldn't say that this looks as flawless as hers does. She's also practiced this routine over a long period of time. So maybe I just need to keep working on it. But overall, I'm very shocked. Like this is turning out much better than I expected. All right, last step. We have this highlighter. So I'm going to grab this, go ahead and put that on my cheekbones. Beautiful. I like to put it on my nose, a little bit on my upper lip. See this contour here? It looks really bad. I don't think that's a place I will contour in the future. Okay, so here's the makeup all done. I don't think this lip color goes quite well with the rest, but it's fine. Hair tutorial is last. I really liked this hair tutorial because it feels pretty similar to things that I already do in my regular life. I usually look for things that are pretty easy, so I think this will be cute. Okay, so, ow, maybe? Or does it? Yeah, I think that makes sense. It should go forward and in the hole. And then she tightened it. Ooh, yeah, see, like, I think I put the little band on too tight because my hair is getting a little bit stuck. But that's fine. Okay, so then she gathers more hair with the tail. Need a little bit more from that side. Perfect. And then we just repeat. Although my arms hurt because I worked out. So holding my arms up to do my hair is torture. Hopefully it still stays in my hair. All right, so then we go forward. We go through the hole. And then she tightens it. What does that look like? I feel like it doesn't look that great because the hair got all weird. It's cute in theory, but I don't know if this style is worth the effort. Yeah, it's weird. It's doing this weird thing at where the hairband is that gets all like, my hair's all tangled. Maybe this hairstyle doesn't work for my hair texture because my hair tends to be pretty tangly. So, I mean, this hairstyle is pretty quick. I feel like once I caught onto it, I was able to do it quickly, but oh, it is tangling so bad in my hair. I think maybe I am putting the hairband too far away. I need the space to flip the hair under, but then I end up with this. All right. This is not great. All right, we just tried 6 different TikTok beauty hack / tutorials, and this is the final result. I think overall, I am pleasantly surprised with most of them, and I do think a few of them, especially the eye makeup related ones, are going to become regulars in my beauty routine, pretending I have one. I don't know if the contour and eyebrow filters are really my favorite. I feel like this eyebrow turned out very strange, and my contour it didn't quite work with the products I was using, so maybe I'll try it again with just powder to see if maybe it will work better. But overall though, I do think that I like what I came out with on the other side. This base makeup routine is very time intensive, and honestly, I'm already starting to feel like it's maybe too shiny because of that highlighter at the bottom, but I'll see how this wears through the rest of the day. So I don't know, it's just always fun to try new things. I feel like I got kind of stuck in a bit of a rut and was just sort of doing the same routine. So maybe I'll use some of those tricks from that base makeup routine later too. Who knows? This hairstyle, I think I need some practice because it does not look great, but it is cute, and I have seen a lot more hair tutorials on TikTok that I think are really cool, so maybe I'll just keep exploring on the hair side of things. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, all those fun things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.